Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's YouTube video. We are going to be doing something different than a mod review today. I've seen a lot of people struggling on how to download the Zer0s custom degree mod, and do not fear, for I also did struggle with downloading this mod when I first got it, but honestly it's pretty self-explanatory, and we're just going to walk through exactly how to set it up in your game. I did want to give a shout out because we are 42 subscribers away from the lucky number 1,000. If you guys have been on this channel for a minute, you'll know that once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be going live on Twitch as well. So make sure to follow my Twitch channel so you don't miss when we go live. But with that being said, let's jump into today's mod tutorial. Alright, so I am on CurseForge, which honestly is probably a lot easier to download the mod. You can download it on the Patreon, but it's just going to take you to the CurseForge website, so I'm just going to do it this way. It is very important to read through this mod as you will actually understand how to get it to work and what you don't want and what you do want. There are two versions to this mod, which we'll get into later, but the first thing is, as you can see in bold, you need Lot 51 core library in order for this to work. So you need to go to Lot 51's page and download the core library and have that in your game in order for it to work. And you can just click this link in the CurseForge and it'll take you to the page, but it's very important that you download that because if you don't have it, it's not going to work in your game. So basically, I did a mod review on this a while ago. I'll link it in the description or at the end of the video because we went over all the stuff that you can do within this mod. So I'm not going to do that here, but what we will do is focus on obviously downloading it into your game. So as we see here in red, this is very important. If it's colored, listen. There are two versions to the tuning file, which is one which is EA's version, and then the other one is Zer0s edited version for the cost. That's what I'm getting at with the two versions. See, we have the 240, which is obviously Maxis. I play with Zer0s edited version just because it adds for more realism to your game, because college classes are not $240, I think. It's somewhere more along this line. So I play it that way, but this is where I'm getting to, is you can choose which file you want, but it is important to keep the main file is always required. If you do not have the main file, it's not going to work, but it is included in both of the archives. And then that's pretty much it to the little description part. Now that we've gotten to the downloading part, I do want to point something out. So with this mod, like I said, how there was two versions of them. If we click on files, you'll see that there are two folders. Now there's one for the cost more and there's one for the EA one. Since I play with the cost more, I'm just going to go ahead and download the cost more version. If you wanted to download the EA one, you can just go over here and download that file. But for this one, I'm just going to download the zip folder for the cost more. So it's important that with this, that you download the right one you want, because it will have the correct tuning file in your game. Do not use both tuning files at the same time. Use one or the other. So if you want the EA standard version, click the EA folder. If you want cost more, obviously download the cost more version. And then we're going to go back over to Lot 51 and download that core library, which is right here. You can download this on CurseForge, or you can download it on the website, however you want to do. Either way, they're both going to work. So now what we'll do is go into our mod folders and go ahead and actually download both of the mods into the folder. Okay, so now we've made it to the downloading part. So this is my download file, and then this is my Sims 4 mod folder. As you can see, there's already mods in here. Now we get to the fun part of moving the mods over. So I'm going to go ahead and do Lot 51's core library first, and I'm just going to double click on this. It's going to pull up my BreZip, which is my unarchiver, which you need to do for zip files to unzip them. So you can use WinRAR or like BreZip. I use this and I've never had an issue with it. I'm just going to go ahead and click extract, and then it's going to extract that zip folder, and then I just bring this core over, which is a TS4 script file. You can keep it in the file folder. I just don't if it's one TS4 script. That's just me personally, but you can do whatever you want. Just make sure it's not too deep into your mod folder where your Sims game won't be able to register it. Preferably keep it either directly in your mod folder or just one subfolder deep. And then we can move on to Zer0s custom degrees. So this one is the cost more, but go ahead and extract this. Now it pulls up the other file folder and we can click on this because here is is the tuning for cost more. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over. And after that, we should be good to get into our game and now use Zer0s custom degree. So you may have recognized this sim from a previous mod review I did a couple, like I think last week I did. We're going to use her for our custom degree test sim. So like anything, you'll go to your computer and go to university and hit apply to university. Now, I also want to point out that within this mod, it works like any other university thing within the Sims, is if your Sims don't have, you know, enough skills to make it to a distinguished degree or certain degrees, it won't like give you the option to join it. So just make sure that your Sims have quite a bit of skills if you want to go into a certain degree within this mod. Okay, so I got the acceptance letter just now from university. As we can see, I did, however, randomize her skills so that we could see it in its full, but we got into some distinguished degrees and regular degrees. So now it's time to actually apply to university like how you would any other, you know, application. This doesn't change how university works. It just changes it so you can have more degrees. But here we go. I think I'm just gonna go with Brightchester just because this isn't like a mod review, but now you can see that all of the degrees are now in my Sims 4 game following the steps that we just went over. And now your Sims are able to have more degrees for them to go into. You're able to have more gameplay storylines within your game. If you want more of an in-depth review as to like what this mod actually does, I think it's self-explanatory, but go ahead and check out that mod review that I did. I think I want to say like a good 6 or 7 months ago, but with that being said, hopefully you learned how to download this mod correctly. Hopefully it doesn't give you any more bugs. If it does, however, give you like grayed out stuff and it's not showing you like all the degrees, it could be a mod that's conflicting within your Sims 4 folder. So make sure to run the Sims 4 game maybe just with the mod inside by itself and see if that fixes it, and then try the 50-50 method and going through the different mods to find out, you know, what's doing what. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. We are about 42 subscribers away from that lucky 1,000 number. And as we all know, if you've been following this channel for a minute, you know that once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be going live on Twitch as well as still, you know, obviously doing YouTube. But once we hit 1,000, I'll be over on Twitch. So make sure to follow my Twitch channel as well so you don't miss when we go live. But with that being said, thank you all so much, and I will see you all on Wednesday for our Black Widow challenge. I think it's episode 12. We're slowly but surely wrapping it up.